Hi everybody, so yes, I'm barefaced right now. I don't have a lick of makeup on, and the reason why is this is a get ready with me video. I'm going to show you step by step what I'm doing to get ready today, and I'm going to be using pretty much all the Balm products today. I had a couple of you request that I do that, so here it is. This video is probably going to be like half an hour long, but I just never get around to editing videos, so this is the fastest way I can get to you. So I'm going to try to be as quick as possible, so this is enough of the intro. Okay, so first I'm going to start off by applying theBalm Face Primer. And this is like a silicone product, I think. Let me check. I think it has, yeah, it has silica. So it's not a super creamy product. I like to just put it in the center of my face and just spread it outwards. It helps mattify the face, I think, and the pores are reduced. Also, obviously, it helps your makeup last longer. Sorry, I'm just gonna bring my little mirror over here. Okay, so next I'm applying theBalm foundation, and this is in the color Light. Now, I don't have the concealer from theBalm right now, so I'm just going to have to use a different concealer because, as you can see, my under eye circles are pretty severe. Also, let me go ahead and clip my hair on the side back. Sorry if I look a little bit funny, but it's getting in the way. Okay, so since this is a jar, like, foundation type, I like to get a foundation brush and then wet it with Fix Plus from MAC, and then I'll just grab a lot of the product onto the brush and then apply it in the center of the face. Now, I don't have a lot of problem areas other than my under eye circles, so I don't need to apply like a ton of layers of this. Probably the most hygienic thing would be to get a scraper and scrape off some of the product, put it on the back of your hand, and then use it from like that. But I don't have the time for that, so that's not happening. Okay, so what I like about this foundation is that it gives you pretty quick, good coverage, and if you just leave it like that, it's good, for me anyway. And if you want more coverage, you can just do another layer. I'm just gonna wet my brush a little bit. I would say that you need to use whatever brush you're using to apply it, or if you're using a beauty blender or whatever, it needs to be a little bit damp, or if not, it's just difficult to spread onto the face, I think. And if I have a couple of areas that I think I need a little bit more coverage, I can just take a clean finger and just add a little. See, I'll zoom in a little bit more. I can just add a little bit more on where I need it. It's almost like a concealer and a foundation in one. See this? That's actually a mosquito bite, if you believe that. So ridiculous. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the product on there. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with this product. It's really quick and easy, and I don't know, I like how it looks. It looks pretty natural. It lasts pretty much all day. So I'm doing like mini reviews as I do this video with you guys. Okay. Alright, so that's that with the foundation. As you can see, like, really don't have a lot going on my face other than, that. Okay, so I'm going to be applying this Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer once I find a concealer brush. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to get mostly the lighter side and apply that to my under eye circles. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see this process. My under eye circles are really bad, so if I just put a concealer that's the same color as my skin tone and not a color correcting concealer first, it just doesn't do much for me. I mean, it helps cover it, but you can still see the darkness under the regular color concealer. So if that's a problem that you have, I really recommend getting a salmon color concealer. If you can't get Eve Pearl, Bobbi Brown sells one. I'm really not sure right now at this moment what other brands sell it. But just look how much the darkness has disappeared just by adding the color corrector. So on top of that, I'm going to apply It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. And this one is in the color Neutral Medium. So it's a thicker consistency, which is good because it doesn't crease. A lot of the creamier concealers crease a lot faster. See, I've been hesitant to get the NARS Creamy Concealer because I've read that although it's really a nice feeling formula, it does tend to crease and you have to reapply it and blend it and whatever. And I just, you know, I want things that are going to last and I don't have to touch up during the day because I don't have the time for that. I work really long days and I'm out in the field driving around everywhere, so I need makeup that's going to last and I'm not going to have to touch it up. So I'm just going to get a foundation brush and just make sure everything's blended in. Always make sure that you get into the inner part of the eye too, because it usually extends up into there, and if you don't cover that, it doesn't look as good. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with my foundation part. You can see my face looks a lot better. Looks pretty flat, but I'm going to use some products to kind of give a little bit more definition to my face. So now I'm going to do my brows, and I'm using the Balm Side palette because it comes with brow powders. I'm going to use mostly Ripper. It's kind of like a taupe color. Go ahead and zoom in again. Now I usually prefer to use this product from NYX. That's a brow like pen. But today I'm going to go ahead and use the brow powder since I haven't used it before and I wanted to use mostly the Balm products today. So I'm not real formal with my brows. I'm trying to like brush them up with my fingers. You probably should use a spoolie or something, but pass. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit more. So I like to start with the tail end of the brow, like so. I'm using Inglott's brush in the 17TL, by the way. Just kind of feather that out. And then I'll go into the middle of the brow. I don't like my brows to look super done. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen those like on fleek eyebrows on Instagram. Like, yeah, I guess that's cool for other people, but for me, I don't like it. I think it looks a little too, it looks like makeup. Like, your makeup shouldn't look like makeup, at least like your brow products or your face products. It should look natural. So I'm definitely a proponent of more natural looking makeup. I just think like those like square brows are just, I don't know, I don't like them. Okay, so that's pretty much how I do my brow. I just fill in like the natural shape of the brow. See, like this brow looks natural. This brow, you know, obviously I haven't done anything to it, so it just looks like blah. But this still looks like a natural brow. It doesn't look like a super filled in brow. I just don't get that trend right now. I don't know if Kim Kardashian started it. I mean, her brows look pretty good though. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side. It probably would have been better if I put a primer down first before I did this, but I forgot, and it's okay. Powder brow products usually last on me pretty much the whole day anyway without using a primer. So I'm just gonna fill in the top portion. I recommend a brush like this that's angled, but it's still kind of fluffy-ish. It just helps to create a more natural shape to the brows, less drawn down. I do think that my brow marker is the fastest product to use in terms of brow products. I've been trying to figure out how to use Anastasia's brow gel, pomade, sorry, and I just don't like it. I thought I liked it in the beginning, but the more I try to use it, the more I realize it just looks so obvious and it's just hard to blend. I mean, maybe it's just my lack of skills, I don't know, but I haven't been able to use it in a way that looks good on me. And it also takes me forever to use it. Okay. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do for my brows. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys use for your brows. If you like using powders or if you like using pencils. I think pencils are pretty good too. I like probably the thinner ones more. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm going to do. Let me zoom out. As you can see, my brows still look natural, but just a little bit more defined. Okay, so I brought 2 eyeshadow palettes. So I have the Balm Side palette and I also have Bon Voyage. So I'm probably going to use like a mix of them. We'll find out. I'm not able to get like that end right. I don't know what's going on. Alright, we're just going to leave it like that 'cause I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, so I'm using the Balm's Put a Lid on It eyelid primer. And I'm going to apply that to the eyes. This is a really good primer. I've used it many times. And I find that it helps the eyeshadows from creasing and it makes them last longer. Overall, I think it's a great product. I think it's a good dupe for the Urban Decay or the Too Faced eyeshadow primer potion. Or Too Faced, I don't remember the name of it. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna start with, which palette are we starting with, Charlene? I'm going to start with the Bon Voyage palette, and I'm taking a flat brush from MAC. It's a 239. I'm using this color called C1. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I'm just going to apply that to the inner part of the eye. By the way, I didn't tell you I was getting ready for. I'm going on a little lunch date with one of my best friends. And I just want to do something that's easygoing. Because this is during the day, not anything too dark. Okay. So let me look at the Balm Side palette because I do want to incorporate a little bit more of that. Okay. I'm going to use a blending brush once I find one. Okay. This is the Inglot 819P brush, and I'm going into Balm Side and this color called Stoked. It's a matte brown. It's kind of like a cool brown, and I'm going to apply that to the socket of the eye. This is really going to help define the eye a little bit, and if you have smaller eyes like me, it'll help kind of bring a bigger shape to them. And it's also a good transition color. So I was curious, do you guys still watch makeup tutorials? Because I've seen a lot of the gurus these days, they don't really do that many makeup tutorials anymore. They do like more lifestyle videos. Are you guys interested in those kind of videos? I'm curious. Okay, so next I'm going to go into this color called Big Kahuna. Right there. I'm going to place that on the outer third of the eye. I want this to be kind of more of like a bronzy, easy-going, everyday look. I'm just going to stamp that on, stamp it on. I think that looks pretty. Okay. Okay. So let's see. What else am I going to do with this eye? Maybe I'll make it a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm going to take I'm going to take this pointed brush. This is the Royal Langnickel Smudger C420. And I'm going into I'm going to actually go into the brow powder called Righteous. And I'm going to apply that just on the outer corner of the eye, like so. Don't worry, I'm going to blend it in a bit. Just want to put down the color first. Oh my gosh, there's like a little kid outside making a whole bunch of noise. Okay. You just want to put it just on the outer corner, bring it up a little bit, and then drag it down, like so. Okay, I'm going to take my blendy brush and just blend that a little bit. I'm wondering if I should put some color down. Would you guys be into that? Because there's some pretty colors on here. I could put it on the lower lash line to add a pop of color. That could be really pretty. You guys want me to go for it? I'm acting like you're actually here to answer. Okay, I think that could be cool with like a very neutral. I'll zoom in. A very neutral lid, and then like a little bit of pop of color. I think that could be nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Before I do that, let me put a highlight color. I'm gonna put Wipeout on. Wait, let me check Bon Voyage, see if there's. No, I'm gonna use Big Kahuna. I think that's a pretty color. This one right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of primer under the lid, on the under eye, because I want this to stay on. Another way of getting it to stay on would be to get an actual pencil in the same color, but I'm only going to use what I've prepared on my desk. Okay, so where is the brush so I can, okay. So I'm going to use an angled brush. This is from Sigma. I'm going to grab some of the color. Hopefully there isn't too much fallout. I'm just going to stamp that under the eye, like so. I think if you're scared of color, a really good way of doing color would be like this, to just put it on the other under lash line, because it's not like a huge commitment. It just adds a little bit of pop. You know, I'm gonna add a little bit of Woody, the blue color, just on the outer corner. Let me just finish doing this first. I used to love putting on color eyeshadow all the time, and then as I've gotten older, I'm 25 now, I've just haven't been so into color like I used to. I guess because I just don't have so many opportunities where like wearing a lot of color eyeshadows would be, not that it wouldn't be acceptable, I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. I used to be in school, so obviously I can do whatever I want, but now I'm, you know, I have a big lady working job, so I don't want to be going to work with crazy colors. Not that I don't think any of you should do it, but just personally for my taste. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of the blue color I mentioned on the outer corner. Give kind of like a ombre look to the under eye. The blue blends into the green. Okay. So that's what it looks like so far. I think it looks cool. I dig it. Okay, I think I'm going to put a little bit of sparkly color in the inner corners. They have a sparkly color in here. Okay, I'm going to put High Tide in the inner tear ducts. So it's pretty. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do for the eye. Pretty simple, a little bit of color, and something that you could wear during the day really easily. Okay, so I'm going to amp it up a little bit with some wing liner. I'm taking theBalm's Schwing liquid liner. Now this one is not waterproof, so I recommend not wearing this if you know you're going to be out in the humidity or if you're gonna cry, any of that stuff. I haven't used these type of like scribble pencil liners or liquid liners in a really long time, so let's see how this turns out. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. I think the main part for me is to not get into my eyelashes, because I tend to do that with these type of liquid liners. That didn't turn out too bad. I feel like it's a little dry. I'm going to shake this up a little bit. That's about the wing I want, though. I don't want it to be too big, because this is a daytime look. Okay. Okay. I think that's about good. What's your favorite type of eyeliner? Do you like using liquid, or do you like using the pen type? Like the Kat Von D is my favorite. I used to use only exclusively these type, or they're in a like this type, you know what I mean? In the beginning, and then I moved on to the Kat Von D type. Like, well, Stila also has one that's very similar. But I find that these are a little bit more difficult to use, personally. Not that I can't use them, but it takes more effort than like a pen style one. Shiseido also makes one that's really good. A liquid liner that's in a pen type. You just have to compare to see if they're the same length or not. You know what YouTube channel I have been loving lately? This is random. Willem Belly, something like that. I love his channel. He's so funny. I've really been getting into RuPaul's Drag Race lately, and I'm so excited for the new season. He was on it, by the way, or she. Yeah. I love the drag queens. I really love Adore Delano. Obviously, she's amazing, and Courtney, love her. Bianca Del Rio, she's my queen. Let's see, hold on, just wanna check if it's the same. Ah, it looks good enough. No one should be that close next to your eyes where they're judging to see, you know what, I think that other wing was a little bit longer. If you have someone like that in your life, you don't need that type of drama or judgment in your life. So that person needs to be excused and needs to take a seat, okay? Alright, so now I'm going to put on the mascara. And this mascara I have actually been using for a while now, and I love it. It's theBalm's Your Type black mascara. You know what? I'm going to actually zoom in for this so you can see the difference. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go through my lashes. Hopefully you'll be able to see like comparing it with the other eye, how awesome this mascara is. I honestly didn't really have like that many high hopes for this mascara. I just thought it would be like whatever. But I've been using it like almost every day, and it's waterproof. Not that it says it on there, but like I haven't had it smudge on me ever. And it makes my lashes look huge. I think this is like pretty much as good as the YSL mascaras, which I'm obsessed with, obviously. Oh no, I got some mascara on my lid. This is what happens when you talk too much. Okay, so I just want you to look at that lash. And that's only like a couple of coats. I'm gonna do this. I like to do the other eye and then add like one more coat and then finish. Let's try not to get my mascara all over my eye, shall we? I love this mascara. I really recommend it. And I don't have long lashes. I have like wimpy-ish lashes. They're not non-existent, but they're definitely not long. I've never gotten a compliment on my natural eyelashes, so anyways, I like lengthening and volumizing, and that does that for me, this mascara. So that's what the lashes look like. I am very impressed by this mascara, you guys, I have to say. You can see like you can build the coats. And have it not look like super spidery. Anyway, so that is going to be the eyeshadow look. Okay. What's next? Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna put on some bronzer. I'm using Bahama Mama by theBalm. And I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush. No, not taking this brush actually. Never mind. I'm going to use Sigma's large angled contour brush. So you gotta be careful with this bronzer because it is very, see, you see what just happened? As I'm telling you, you have to be careful. I already messed it up. Okay, it's okay, I can blend it. It's very dark, so if you have pale skin like me, you have to be very careful. Do you guys want a contouring video? I know that that's really in right now. I bought the Too Faced contour palette, so I guess I could show you with that and do like a review at the same time. Honestly, I feel like people over contour these days. Like they do all like the steps, like the cream and then the... I don't know. I don't think people need to put that much contour on a daily basis. I think it's just way too much work to make yourself look completely unrecognizable as well. Don't get me wrong. I like a little bit of contour, especially since I have a really round face, a little bit of extra chub. So putting on some contour powder definitely makes me feel, you know, a little bit nicer. But like doing like the Kim Kardashian contour every single day, I don't think that's necessary. I like doing it, saving that kind of stuff more for like special events where I want to look really special, but not like as a everyday, like let me completely reshape how my face looks. I think that's just too much work. Okay, and then I'm going to apply some of the Instain Long Wearing Blush in Swiss Dot. You can tell I have a lot of the Balm products. This also you have to be careful with because it's very pigmented, so I kind of have to like stipple it on and then blend. This as well. I told you this was going to be a half-an-hour video, y'all. If you're still watching, I definitely appreciate it. Okay, and then lastly, I'm applying Cindy Luminizer, and this is a rose gold highlighter. And this is just a Sigma Duo Fiber Contour Brush. Okay. And then lastly, oh my gosh, we're almost done. I'm applying the Balm I'm a Good Kisser lipstick. And I'm applying that to the lips. Obviously. It kind of has a minty taste to it. A little bit. Like minty and vanilla at the same time. It's a really nice nude lipstick. Okay. Obviously I did not do that perfectly. And then I'm using the Balm's Read My Lips Lip Gloss in Bam. It just pairs really nicely, and it's a very long wearing lip gloss with a lot of pigment to it. It kind of helps spread the lipstick as well. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the finished look. I think this is a perfect day look. Just adds a perfect little amount of pop of color, very neutral lids, a little bit of a wing, some really long flirty lashes. Those are the lips. And yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me video, and let me know if you want me to do more. I know it was super long, but yeah, at least I get to get you a tutorial in a fast way instead of waiting to take me forever to edit the video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!